Hello and welcome, I'm Misstical, this is Misstical Gaming. We're jumping into Watch Your Realms. Now, I got Xena's exclusive the other day and I was really happy with that, and I thought we'd take her out, a bit of a playtest, that sort of stuff, which was all good news. And then I bumped into this, which made it not such good news, okay? So I was having a really good time with it, really happy, and then I saw this on Reddit from No Shoulder. So no thanks to me whatsoever. A lot of thanks to him. So Xena's new gear, Hells Lament, I thought really good decision. You get an extra bit of burst damage when you trigger your ultimate, and she is all about triggering the ultimate, so I thought good decision. So we got an exclusive piece on Hells Lament set. The only problem is Hells Lament set has no effect on her, and I thought that can't be right. She ultimates, it triggers off the ultimate. How can that not work? Obviously they tested this beforehand. And he goes on to say, I've already tested her with Wisdom / Hells Lament / Laurels ultimate buff back when which had no effect, as the game does not count her initial skill as an ultimate. Right, hoping they fix this issue. I tested it again with similar IR HR sets. Not to my surprise, IR did about 50% more damage. It would, I mean, it does 40% more damage, so I would say, rough rule of thumb, that would probably be about right for him. I had an issue. I already settled with her kit, not justifying as an using ultimate, but Moonton added her exclusive on Hells Lament. Honestly, it feels like an actual bug. So I thought, can't be right, got to be wrong. That can't have happened. There's no way they made her an exclusive piece and then didn't check it, so I thought we'd check it ourselves. So what I've got is a couple of pieces of Hells Lament. So if we have a quick look, this is what Hells Lament does. The ultimate is triggered, increases damage by 35% and crit damage by 50%, lasting for 20 seconds, which sort of ties into her ultimate almost ideally. If you've put skill crystals into her ultimate, you can get her ultimate up to 25 seconds. I've given her 100% crit rate. This is because I then only have to count the figures once, otherwise I have to count the ones that didn't crit and the ones that crit, and so it's easier if I just make her up to have 100% crit rate or over. So she's got her two pieces from Hells Lament. She's got no other set bonuses, and then in the middle we've got a nice Cataclysm set that isn't rolled up at all, so it's level 0, but then we'll be able to just slot her piece in there, so we don't change any of their stats. You'd get the bonus from the set, but other than that, all the stats of her would remain the same. Okay, so that's the sort of plan that we've got for her. Okay, there's stats we've got, and they will remain the same. So we're going to go and chuck her in, we'll have a quick fight, and then we'll see what she actually does. I've put her in with a Volker because I want to test also there's an ability for the recall function as well, so I thought I'd put her in with a Volker, see if it stacks with Volker as well. That's the rough plan of what we're doing. Okay, so in she goes. We can chuck her down, and then we'll just freeze everything as it goes along. So there she goes down, boom, she does a hit, we freeze her up, and we can see 231k, 139,000, and then she's got some other abilities as well. So the target's under a burn, she does some true damage with Callous Flames, her passive, so we get 9,784 points of damage out of that, which is a sort of true damage attack. And then you've got the burning damage as well, so there's her burning damage. Burning deals 20% continuous magic damage per second. There we go, there's 30,957 points of damage there. That's all the damage that she does. Now if we don't change her stats or anything, we'd expect to see that jump up by the 35% extra damages and the 50% extra on her crit damage, so we'd expect to see a jump there. And she's got 100% crit rate, so that crit damage would take effect. So there we go, that's everything there. And we let her carry on, and you can see the numbers don't change. They're always cycling around this 230k, 139k, 9k true damage. And then I was going to recall her, there we go, remember to recall her, and we get the Volker buff there. She is on for 45 seconds. That's all as expected, exactly what we'd expect to happen. Now if No Shoulder's right, when we swap over and put her in, we'll see exactly the same numbers happen again. So there she is there. There's her gear there, and now it's just a matter of swapping this item out. Now what I've done is I've put some in my plans here. We can see an all Hells Lament and a mostly Hells Lament set. If I equip this one here, we can see that the stats remain the same. I get a slight jump in BP, but that's because of the set bonus, I think, nothing else, because the stats remain exactly the same. no change in the stats whatsoever. So there we go. So we're going to chuck her in now, and now we should see with the Hells Lament piece, boom, Hells Lament, when the ultimate is triggered, increases damage by 35%, crit damage by 50%. So we should see that jump. Now also we're hoping to see if we get that 15% additional cooldown, and we'll see whether it stacks with Volker. If it doesn't stack with Volker, we'll try without it and see if you can just run her without and get that sort of Valkyrie buff without it, and just on a set piece as well. Okay, so we can skip past this and we can chuck her in. Now let's put her in there straight away, and then what we'll do is we'll flash up on the screen. So these are the previous damage that we done last time round. Okay, so we can see what we've got. We'll keep those on so when we go through we can see. So first hit coming round, hoping for more than 230. No, exactly the same. So it looks like No Shoulder is absolutely spot on. 231,955, exactly the same damage as last time. 139k and 196, exactly the same. And then we've got the true damage coming up, which should be next, 9,784, and then we should have the burn, and that is 30,900. And if you squint and look, you can just see the 5/7. So we let her roll on. There we go. And that's the damage that she cycles around. So absolutely spot on. He is 100% right. And that's it. I mean, I'm sort of stunned really at when they make this stuff, they don't test it. But when we call her off, the cooldown is down to 30 seconds, so it does stack with Volker. So that side of her exclusive works. So if you're just after a really quick respawn time, then her exclusive's brilliant. If you're after more than that, then not so much. So this is ultimate here, and it's sort of different from a lot of other people. So it activates when deployed. You see at the top we only get a 25 second. It starts at initial 20 seconds, but I've got the skills in there to get it increased to 25 seconds. So that would time out really well with the Hells Lament, but you only get the 25, so you only get the timing in there. If you have a look at someone else's ultimate, normally you see how much the ultimate costs, your initial rage, and then how long it actually goes on for. But with her, we just get the timing because it's instant straight away. Okay, so they're the differences. So for me, I've got her in, as you can see there, I've got her in Infernal Roar set because you're going to get that burst damage from her, okay? So which is going to work out really well for her. So with no thanks to me and a lot of thanks to No Shoulder, absolutely nailed it. I'll put in a bug report as well. But if you've got her exclusive, congratulations. It's just a bit of a shame it doesn't work. Other than that, congratulations on getting it. I'll keep testing it on the Forerunner account as well. So we'll probably see the changes come through on the Forerunner. I would have thought, unless they actually do a generic hotfix on it across all servers or across the game in its entirety. If not, it would just be, I'll test on the Forerunner and we'll see, because they didn't bother telling anyone about Wings of Grace set when that first came out, and they didn't bother telling you when it was fixed either. So I didn't see anything about it when it was fixed either. So my hopes for more communication from them this time round doesn't really change. They don't, not their strong suit. Events, strong suit. Communication, disaster. So I'll keep an eye on it, and we'll keep testing it on the Forerunner. When there's an update on the Forerunner, we'll give it a test and we'll see if we get any changes, okay? And we'll put a video out when it changes. But thank you very much. If you know where No Shoulder is or the guild is in, thank him from me. Absolutely brilliant. Cheers for that. And that's it from me and from No Shoulder as well. If you could leave me the old thumbs up, like and subscribe, helps me out massively. If you know of any other bugs, anything like that, happy to put them out and tell people. Thank you very much for your time. Cheers. Goodbye.